Szanowni Państwo, zapraszam na kolejną rozmowę z ekspertem, a moim Państwa gościem podczas Kongresu Polska Chemia będzie wiceprezes Maire Tecnimont na Europę, pan Andrea Vena. Buongiorno, signore Vena. Let me invite you to a great discussion with my expert, which is a vice president of Maire Tecnimont Europe, Mr. Andrea Vena. How are you?
Very good. And what about you?
Fine, thank you. It's a great event of Polish chemistry. Thank you that you are with us. And let's go directly to the first question I've got for you, which is Green Deals and energy transition. European Green Deal is a subject for now we have, really important. What is the position and proposition of Maire Tecnimont of that Green Deal, right?
Thank you for this question. It's a very interesting question and very challenging. Allow me to say that we as Maire Tecnimont Group, we are really front runner and pioneer in energy transition and Green Deal. I think that we have a vision, and the vision means that we have clear in our mind what will be the future, the tomorrow, and better to say what is the present. And we want to really contribute to shape it. We believe so strong in renewable energy, in decarbonization and circular economy, that we have established a company named NextChem, which is really the purpose is to follow and develop the energy transition. In NextChem, we are taking advantage of all the knowledge and competencies of our group, and we are very active in all the area that belongs to the energy transition. So it means in green, which basically means biofuels, in circular economy, which basically means plastic recycling, as well as waste to energy and to chemicals, and of course in hydrogen. Allow me to spend a couple of words on all of this sector, because for example, on biofuel, we see the market, the potential market, divided in two main segments. One is the so-called small-scale HVO plant, which typically are for retailers, farmers.
Exactly.
And where you cannot apply the same technology that you will apply in large industries now. And in that area, we are developing our own technology to support that business. While on large-scale plant, we are taking advantage of our knowledge of hydrotreating processes. Do not forget that KT is a sort of, I would say, master and commander in hydrogen.
Okay.
So we are partnering with all the licensors, and we are so successful, I would say, that one of the major oil companies has selected us for the feed of the biojet project in a refinery that will be the largest refinery in Europe now. So moving quickly to circular economy, we have invested in a plant located in north of Italy, which is recycling plastics. And this is very important now. As well as in waste to energy and chemicals, we develop our own strategy, which basically is that we are not reinventing the wheel. We are just taking technology already mature and available on the market, and we are connecting the dots. So basically, we are producing from waste syngas, which is the building block for the low-carbon fuels.
Exactly. We know processes, but we would like to have a lot of waste, right now we can even say, to have all the sources for that. Right?
Yeah. But you know, waste is the energy of tomorrow.
Of course.
No?
Especially
so
right
if
now.
you can
Completely
handle,
different meaning, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We do really believe. And also just allow me to say that also in hydrogen, now, you know hydrogen has different colors. Gray, blue, super blue,
exactly.
Pink if you want, and green, of course.
No? Hydrogen is still hydrogen. It is chemical still.
And we are very active because on blue, we have the technology to make it blue, because we team up with one of the most reputable technology provider in that. Super blue means that we will electrify our steam reformer in order to cut the fuel gas. and we are building a pilot plan. Green, for sure, is the hydrogen of tomorrow, and we are working a lot even there. But there is one thing, if you allow me to say, that I would like to transfer to you and to all the people who is listening us now. Whenever you touch those kind of technology, think a bit that this is not mature technology most of the times, no? So whenever implementing a plant, you cannot follow the traditional path, which is select technology, then go for EPC, no?
No. Yeah.
So what we are willing to do, and we are doing, is that we want to be shoulder to shoulder with our client and put equity on the table.
Oh.
So that means that if we need to bleed, we will bleed together.
Oh.
If we need to share a result and good profit, we will share. So this is one of the most important messages, in my opinion. If you believe,
Really important, yes.
you should put money on the table.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's not believing.
Yes. I can even ask you one more thing around that, about also the hydrogen. Is it just a popular trend right now, or is it a reality?
Let me say this, and let me go to this slide. Hydrogen will be pivotal in switching to low-carbon fuel gas, without any doubt. Now, the point is that, for sure, at the end of 2050, hydrogen will be green.
Will be green.
Will be green, that's for sure. Now, in order to be green, that means that you need enough renewable power, and the technology of the electrolyzer has to improve in order that the efficiency is high, and the cost of hydrogen will be not so expensive. Now, if you think of the cost of hydrogen produced through electrolysis, 4 or 5 times the hydrogen produced, and this cannot be withstood. But why hydrogen is so important? Because it is a vehicle. It is an energy vector.
Well, in chemistry, it's an important element.
But for sure, no. But think a bit to those industries. Now, once you will have enough green electricity, now, think to those energy, which are to those industries, which are hard to abate, but even hard to electrify. Now,
Yeah.
so steel mills, power
Yes.
plant, refinery. So hydrogen will be the fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
Think also a bit about let's say, I don't know how to say, but it's so thrilling and exciting talking about this story. Think a bit ammonia.
Well,
think
a
a bit
lot
like
of
green
hydrogen in
ammonia.
it.
And how to decarbonize the
Exactly.
fertilizer industry or use green ammonia as fuel for shipping.
Well, yes.
So there is a world in front of us. No?
Well, yes, finally, we would like to have a lot of hydrogen, especially green, to fulfill all our needs and demands on it. So finally, yeah, we hope to do it, as you said. Okay, but it will be a completely change of the business models in the chemical industry, in our economy, and so on. So how do you see that these new business models of, for example, oil company? Because now still crude oil is still the main source of it.
This is a very interesting question also for our colleague of PKN Orlen. That's for sure. This is the question of the year now. The business model of oil company will change. Think a bit, I mean, the better forecast of the oil demand is that there will be a fall year by year, which can be estimating ranging from 2 to 4%. This fall will not be in petrochemical, because the demand for petrochemical will be stable or will increase. So it means that it will be focused in refiners. So there will be less demand of gasoline, less demand of diesel for transportation. So what they have to do, the oil company? For sure, they have to follow the petrochemical path. But for sure, they have to transform a bit themselves. And here it is interesting now, because in Europe, some refiners are focused on biofuels, which means hydrotreated vegetable oil or bioethanol. Some other are more focused in hydrogen production and with CCS, which means carbon capture and storage.
Sure.
But definitely, all of the oil company need to improve the efficiency of their operation, because being more efficient means that you have less CO2 emission. And they are shifting also to energy and utility provider. That's the big challenge in front of them.
Yes, it is. It's a challenge not only for chemistry, but it's also a challenge for, let's say, mankind. We can even
but
say, right?
that's for sure, and that's for sure. And the message to you is that we are here, we are ready to invest, and ready to put at the service of the world, as we say, all whatever we can put.
Okay. Thank you very much for the great interview. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the special interview with my expert and your guest, Mr. Andrea Vena, Vice President of Maire Tecnimont Europe. Bardzo dziękuję za uwagę.
Thank you very
Już
much.
za chwilę rozpoczniemy trzeci panel dyskusyjny. Jest to więc najwyższy czas, by porozmawiać o tym, jak ideę gospodarki obiegu zamkniętego przekuć w realny sukces. Dyskusję będzie moderować dr inżynier Anna Zalewska, senior ekspert Polskiej Izby Przemysłu Chemicznego.